Developers can't code without AI anymore. Is this actually true or just another panic headline? I recently sat down, closed every AI tool, and tried to write a simple reduce function from scratch. No Copilot, no Claude, no Chat GPT, just me and a blank file. And I blanked. That moment made me ask a question I've been avoiding for months. Are we actually getting better as developers, or are we just getting faster at shipping code we don't understand? In this video, I break down the 4 stages of AI dependency I've watched developers fall through, including myself, and what it's actually costing us long term. This isn't an anti-AI rant. I use these tools every day. But there's a difference between using a tool and becoming completely helpless without it. If you write code for a living, this one's for you. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. When was the last time you sat down, opened a blank file, turned off every AI tool, and just wrote code? No autocomplete, just your brain and a keyboard. I did this a few weeks ago. I wanted to write a simple array reduce, something I have done probably 500 times in my career. My hands were on the keyboard and I just sat there. I couldn't remember how to start. Not because reduce is complicated, it's not, but because my hands have spent the last year hitting tab instead of thinking. And the worst part, I didn't feel embarrassed. I felt normal. Because I'm pretty sure most of you watching this have had the exact same moment and just never said it out loud. I'm going to say something that's going to make some of you uncomfortable and make others nod along. Developers can't code without AI anymore. Not all of us, not yet. But the direction is clear and the speed is alarming. And before you click off thinking this is another doom and gloom anti-AI lecture, it's not. I use these tools. They've saved me real time on real projects. But there is a massive difference between a developer who uses AI as a tool and a developer who literally cannot function without it. At the end of this video, I want you to honestly know which one you are, because most people think they are the first type and a lot of them are wrong. The 4 stages. Let me walk you through how this actually happens, because it doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual. That's what makes it dangerous. Stage 1 is the innocent assist. You're typing a function. Copilot suggests the next line. It looks right. You hit tab. No big deal. This is harmless. This is honestly great. Nobody memorizes every API method. Using autocomplete is not a moral failure. But then comes stage 2. Stage 2 is block generation. You stop writing individual lines and start prompting for entire blocks. Write me a REST endpoint. Generate the auth middleware. Give me the database query. You skim the output. It looks fine. You paste it in. And here is where something quiet and sneaky happens. You stop reading the documentation, because why would you when the AI just explains it? Stage 3 is full delegation. You don't write code at all anymore. You describe features. But here is the truth about stage 3. The code the model is generating has no idea about your business. It does not understand your architecture. It does not know the trade-offs your team has already debated. It is predicting the next most probable word based on training data. Every time you give it the same prompt, you get a different answer. That is not. Stage 4 is complete dependency. And this is the one that scares me. Your AI API goes down. Your usage limit hits. Your internet drops. And you just stop. You don't open the docs. You don't try to reason through the problem. You sit there and wait for the limit to refresh. Because somewhere in the last 6 months, your brain stopped doing the work. The uncomfortable parallel is this. Every time you reach for the AI before attempting the problem yourself, you are training your brain that your own effort doesn't matter. You are teaching yourself helplessness one prompt at a time. Now, I want to talk about what this actually costs, because I don't think most people have thought it through. The first cost is invisible bugs. People say just review every AI generated line before you commit it. But let's be honest, you don't. This is how bugs get into production that nobody understands when they surface 6 months later, because nobody actually understood the code when it was written. The third cost is what happens when AI can't save you. Production is down, the bug is obscure. The stack trace doesn't paste nicely into a chat window. The model keeps generating wrong fixes. Someone needs to actually understand the system. And that person, the one who actually understands the system, is worth more right now than they have ever been in the history of this industry, because everyone else is helpless. So when companies start making cuts, and they always do, the developer who can reason without a prompt box is not going anywhere. The human clipboard, on the other hand, is doing a job that is about to be completely automated. I'm not going to tell you to stop using AI tools. That would be hypocritical and frankly stupid. These tools are real productivity multipliers when used correctly. But here is what I actually do, and what I think keeps the muscle alive. First, I write the first attempt myself. Before I open any AI tool, I take a real shot at the problem, even if it's rough, even if I know I'm going to refactor it. The attempt is the point. That struggle, sitting with the problem, forming your own understanding of it, is where the learning actually happens. The AI can help me clean it up after. It cannot replace the thinking I just did. Second, I read the generated code line by line before I accept it, not skim it, read it. And if there is a line I do not understand, I do not accept the block until I do. This takes more time. It is worth it because you are the one who has to explain it, debug it, and maintain it. The developers who will thrive in the next 5 years are not the ones who can prompt the fastest. They're the ones who use AI to go faster while still deeply understanding what they are building, because the AI is not going to be in the room when the system breaks at 2 a.m.